All right, for number four. For number four, this one is slightly different from the other ones. Um, it's not really that big of a deal, but it is somewhat different. And for some students, it could be kind of scary because the new thing right here is this x by itself. Okay. Now, instead of being scared by this, I would say let's feel happy about this. All right. Now, so how about this? Okay, let's go ahead put a little parentheses around this x, and then look at it as also one of the factors. Except that this particular case, you don't have to add or subtract. It's just by itself. And we should be happy about this because if you ever have just a single x by itself as a factor, okay, ever, that means one thing. That means that you have a root at 0. Now, why should this be something happy and exciting? Is because if you have a root at the origin, okay, if you have a root at the origin, that means you've got your y-intercept as well, right? That's a point that's also cutting the y-axis. So you don't have to worry about like substituting 0 out. No, you don't need to. It's right there, right in front of you. Okay, so that's one of the best things that could ever happen. Okay, if you see an x, say thank you, like thank God. All right. Now, just make sure that you know it's x squared. That means it has a multiplicity of 2, meaning that we are expecting it to show a little bit of a bounce. Okay, so keep that in mind. And the other roots we have x equals to 4, okay, and also x equals to -3, okay, x equals to -3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 x-intercepts, but also taking care of the fact that x is being squared, so we have a double root. So if you multiply all the x's out, so your first term, it's going to be 2, -2x to the 4th power, -2x to the 4th power. Okay, meaning that the sign of the leading coefficient would be negative, and then the degree is 4. Okay, if you put in a -10 for x to find out where it starts, you will find out that, well, -10 raised to an even number power would always be positive, but then you multiply by -2, which will result in a negative. And with even powered functions, then you have the function that starts and end on the same side. So it will start low and end low. Okay. So we're going to pass through the x equals to -3, the first root, as normal, because the multiplicity is 1. And as we make a turn back to the origin, this is where we have to consider the bounds. Okay. The bounds right here. And then we are going to keep going, and then we're going to pass through x equals to 4, and that would conclude the graph. Okay, so it is a little bit special, but nothing too complicated. It's just that you have an x by itself. Don't get scared. Say thank you because you know the y-intercept straight away. Okay, it's no complication. It's actually a lot easier. So again, make sure you take care of the multiplicity. Okay, make sure that you are considering everything, including the degree and the sign of the leading coefficient. If you ever have trouble figuring out where it starts and where it ends, you can simply plug in -10 and 10 to find it all out. Okay.